Kids! Kids! It's time to get up!
Before I had children, my parenting nightmare would have been if my daughter or my son liked football as a hobby. Not just like as in like to have a bit of a kick around at the weekend, but like as in a passion, like all-consuming passion that would last their entire childhood. And I'd have to be there, dutifully smiling and scraping the mud off their boots 3 times a week. I dreaded the after-school mizzle on the football pitch and waking up at 6 a.m. to a weekend drizzle and a long drive to a match. Now, I should have known the prologue to that nightmare was when Gaz asked me on a date. The name was a big giveaway. And then came the birth of my first child, and then my second, and finally the twins. Footballers. All of them. So, I became a footy mum, supporting from the sidelines. Gaz reckons we've got a future Madonna and Bex, but did I just say Madonna? No, I meant Maradona. Mind you, it's all the same to me whether Maradona was called Madonna. At least I know the words to Like a Virgin and I could carry the tune at, karaoke at an 80s weekend in Skegness. I don't know the rules to football. It's a waste of time learning them. Unnecessary brain training for my liking. I'll stick to Wordle. Have you tried it? Believe me, it passes the time at football practice. What was that word last week? Ergot. Ergo. E-R-G-O-T. Were the Wordle creators having a laugh? Who's ever heard of that? Do you know what it means? Because I didn't. It's a disease. Grass and cereals get it. Well, that ruined the football for me because I kept thinking my child was going to get some sort of disease from the grass. So, yeah, football. I just had a lecture from Gaz. He said, you can't just be rocking up, taking water and snacks. Kids need to talk strategies. Bollocks to that. What's the point? There's a pitch. It's usually green. Sometimes it's brown, especially in that unusual 40-degree heat we were having last year. Girls and boys run, they kick, sometimes miss. Well, they miss quite a lot, actually. Sometimes they trip and they face plant the ground. That happens quite a lot, actually. But to be fair to them, they generally don't make an unholy fuss, unlike the adults. And some parents get in this sort of religious frenzy when their kid scores a goal. It's embarrassing. Of course I'm happy when one of my 4 score. It's a child's joy. It's infectious. And I am proud, but just, if they don't score, I don't get all petulant like Mr. and Mrs. Whatsit from somewhere down the road. Kids! Have you got your kit on yet? Kids! When it comes to football, I'm more Madonna than a Maradona.
Oh, it's flipping freezing. You're supposed to play football in this weather. Look, I've told you before, it's not the winning, it's the taking part that counts. Yes, white wine for me, large.